Judges are guilty of coercive control. It's an abuse. It's coercive control is an act of a pattern of acts of assault. They threaten, they humiliate, and intimidate the people that precede their bench. Other abuses that used to harm, punish, and frighten their victim. Those are the abusers and their victim. Coercive controlling behavior is the heart of an abuse. Of a domestic abuse as well. That's domestic abuse. What is an example for a person exerting coercive control? They try to limit your freedom and independence. They try to say this is domestic violence, but for example, now allowing you to go to work or school, restricting your access to transportation, stalking your every move. Probation officers when you're out taking your phone, and everything. They're being very abrasive. The Fifth Amendment guarantees that no one can be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. This means that before the government can take away someone's freedom or property, they must follow certain rules and procedures to ensure fairness. Without due process of law means that the government cannot take away a person's life, liberty, or property without following fair procedures and respecting their rights as guaranteed by the Fifth and 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution. Here's a more detailed explanation. Due process defined. Due process is a fundamental principle of fairness in legal matters, ensuring that the government follows established procedures and respects an individual's rights before taking actions that could deprive them of life, liberty, or property. Fifth and 14th Amendments. The Fifth Amendment protects individuals from federal government action that violates due process, while the 14th Amendment extends the protection to state and local governments. Two types of due process. Procedure due process. This ensures that the government follows their fair procedures before depriving someone of their rights, such as providing notice, an opportunity to be heard, and a fair hearing. Substantive due process. This protects fundamental rights from government interference, ensuring that laws and action do not violate basic liberties. Imprisoning someone without fair trial or opportunity to defend themselves, taking away someone's property without just compensation, enforcing laws that are deemed unconstitutional or infringe upon fundamental rights. Important to due process. Due process is essential for protecting individual rights or ensuring a fair and just legal system. Without its individuals could be subjected to arbitrary and unfair actions by the government. Can liberties be taken away? No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges and immunities of citizens of the United States of America, nor should the state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. When someone takes away your rights, it can be called a violation of rights, a deprivation of liberty, or the infringement of rights. Depending on the context and the specific right being taken away, here's a more detailed explanation. Violation. This is a general term that refers to any action that goes against someone's legal or moral entitlements. Deprivation of liberty. This specifically refers to an act of taking away someone's freedom of movement or freedom to act as they choose. Infringement of rights. The term suggests that someone's rights are being limited or restricted, but not necessarily completely taken away. Disenfranchisement. This term specifically refers to the act of depriving someone of their right to vote or their legal rights or privileges as an American citizen. The Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution guarantees that no one can be deprived of life, liberty, or law. This means that before the government can take away someone's freedom or property, they must follow certain rules and procedures to ensure fairness. The justice system was created to maintain order and ensure fairness in society by enforcing laws, punishing wrongdoings, and rehabilitating offenders. Ultimately aimed to protecting citizens and uphold the rule of law, not imprisonment, unless either something very, very serious. Here's a more detailed explanation. Protecting society and maintaining order. The primary function of the justice system is to protect society from harm by deterring crime and punishing those who break the law, enforcing laws, and upholding the rule of law. The justice system is responsible for interpreting and applying laws, ensuring that everyone is treated equally under the law and that those who commit crimes are held accountable. Punishing offenders when individuals violate the law. The justice system provides a process for determining guilt and imposing appropriate penalties, which can range from fines to light imprisonment. Rehabilitating offenders beyond punishment. The justice system also aims to rehabilitate offenders. Imprisonment was not an initiated thing unless it was a very, very serious thing or a terrorist act or danger to society. And these judges are committed every single thing to be impeached by Senate. But as of tomorrow, there's no more judges that could proceed a bench tomorrow, because they're elected officials, they're politicians now, and their message is to throw Trump out of the White House every single day.